Hi, my name is Antonis and I'm the creator of this video. First, I want to thank you so much for reaching 10,000 subscribers in this channel. It's really amazing to me that 10,000 people appreciate what I'm doing here, my studio practices, and sharing with you my tips on iconography in oil painting and egg tempera techniques. It's really nice, and humbly thank you so much for being here. Today I want to talk about to give you some advices, let's say, regarding being a painter, being an artist, and what is a right mindset, let's say, in my opinion, to be involved with the arts and be a better painter, iconographer, and artist. So the first thing that I would like to give you as my advice is to be involved with painting, with iconography or oil painting or whatever is your medium and style, for you, for your pleasure, for your enjoyment. Don't do it for the social media, for the likes you will get on the platforms. Don't do it for your friends, for getting the respect from other people just for being that. Try to do it for yourselves. Try to satisfy a need that is there, and it comes from your talent, and not even for money. Money will follow if they follow. Money is something that can sustain us and keep us going, but it shouldn't be our fuel for being in the studio. And this brings me to my second advice for you as artists, and that is to spend time in the studio. The studio is like an arena where where everything is tested. What we know, what we want to learn. The more we are in the studio, the more the better we become. We improve our techniques. We improve our muscle memory in painting. We improve the connection between hand and eye and brain. It's we cannot really improve as painters, as iconographers, but for being hours and hours in the studio. For me, maybe this is the most important advice, because when I am in the studio, things open, new ideas come. Technically, I feel the improvement, the progress. So I would say that it's very, very important to be in the studio. Now, I always say that being in the studio and searching solutions there by yourselves, it's really important, and maybe the most important thing. But also having a good mentor in painting, in your journey in the arts, is also very, very crucial and important. A proper mentor, a mentor who has experience and knows how to handle the not only technical aspects of studio life, but also psychologically to support his students and promote their progress, their artistic progress. It's really a treasure. So I was, for me, my mentors, my teachers were really a short path on this journey. They helped me save a lot of time, years of, I would say, evolving in the arts, since they guide me, they guide my search and my curiosity towards a right path. This is, I think, very important, and seek mentoring, seek a teacher who is experienced and balanced, and I think this will be very, very helpful for your artistic progress. Along with your studio practice, with spending time with the studio, a great mentor will make miracles for your artistic progress. In general, I would say it's, I think, very important to always being curious as artists, to see how other artists have solved problems, and here is where a mentor comes into play very much. What is other people's practice on painting, how they use their materials, how they handle their tools. These are all things that a mentor can teach you and save you a lot of time. Also, the discussions you can have with your mentor about several elements of painting is also very, very helpful. Of course, you must always remember that a mentor is a different personality. Your teacher can be a different personality, and it will be you who, with your studio life, studio practice, you will find your way into iconography. No matter how many courses you follow, how many books you read, how much time you spend in actual time with your mentor, it's you with your studio time, you before your easel, that will help yourself progress. Now this brings me to my, I have an online course, as you know, on iconography. It's a course where I paint the icon of Christ from an icon of Theophanes the Cretan. Hi, I'm Antonis, and I'm proud to present you my online course in iconography, Paint an Icon with Me. This course will help you become a better iconographer, and it will help you be more confident when talking and presenting your artwork. It will make you understand in depth the studio practices of a professional iconographer like me, and you will get accustomed to what great iconography looks like. So learn in a simple and organized way everything you need about the materials, mediums and techniques in order to make a beautiful icon. Paint with me the icon of Christ and learn how to paint better any icon you wish. I will see you at the studio. You can check that course and see if it might be helpful for you. It's an organized course. I did it with much love and having in my mind all these people, these iconographers who really have not an easy access into some proper mentoring. So another thing I would like to give you as my advice is to let that studio practice, let that studio life that you have established to influence your life. Let it seep through the various aspects of your life, and when you take decisions, for example, you have to take decisions, take under consideration that studio life. If you have to move into a new house, consider if there is space for your studio, consider if there is enough light for your studio, consider if it is a neighborhood that inspires you, makes it more inviting for you to be in the studio. In general, try to think of you as a person who spends time as a painter in a studio, and not just for a hobby, but that is a critical and very important aspect of your life. This will make you identify yourselves as an artist, as a painters, and it will give you some confidence. It will make you feel more and more involved in the arts. So try to consider yourselves as an artist, and every decision you take to be influenced and informed by that. And finally, my final advice for being a better artist is to accept the invisible. Accept that there is some invisible life going on, and let's open our eyes to this invisible life, I would say. This is a little bit strange to explain, but we have an inner life, things that live in ourselves, and I believe that the same way goes for the world. It's not just what we see on the news or we read on the papers. It's also some other life going on, some battles, I would say, or some very, very nice, beautiful things going on. And all these have their source in our inner lives. So let's open our eyes into this life, try to see how this life expands from ourselves into the world, and then see if you can somehow influence your artwork from that knowledge of or that observation of your inner life. I think for me this is the most interesting part in being involved with the arts, being an artist, how to turn into an object, turn into art, something that is tangible, you can feel it only inside you. This might be very confusing to many of you, especially to my younger students, but the more you grow up, you will feel this rich inner life that goes on, and just try to not compress it. Just try to give it some space and see how it will evolve, and then try to depict and turn that inner life into some work of art. I know this might be, in general, all this video might be confusing. I do not talk about technical aspects here. I just talk about how you can sustain yourselves as artists. Always language for me is a barrier, but I hope you enjoyed and you learned something out of this video. I want to thank you all for being here. Especially, I want to thank my patrons who support me and my students who, with whom I have some one-to-one interactions, and it's a great help for me. Thank you for being here. Please subscribe if you haven't, and you can also find my page on patreon.com. Be healthy and be creative. I will see you soon with another video next week. Bye.